Python is inspired from how many languages? 4 languages. Why you are okay? You want to see inspired from how many languages? 4. First property C. I know you will answer C. I know because I want to ask something questioning different. What is the first property? Language. Inspired from which language? Next property. Very good. Inspired from where? Very nice. Next. Like what is that? Scripting programming. Inspired language. Paul. Next is what? What is that? Modular programming language. Inspired. Good. Modulo 3. Fine. So anybody is new in this class, it's nothing to worry about it because programming is not yet started. Probably tomorrow's class I will go for the programming content. I will introduce all what features we are discussing now. Okay, dear students, now I am going for the second property, that is type programming language. I am going to introduce. Last class I explained what? Simple. In that simple, I gave you important definition called what? Module. Do you remember the definition of? Tell me the definition of module. A module is a math, C math, automatically more. After that, I introduced one more component called what? Garbage collector. What is that? Garbage collector. Do you remember what is garbage collector? Eliminates what memory space? Very nice. After that, provides what type of syntaxes? Developer friendly syntaxes. Because of that, we can develop what applications? Error-free programs. Develop. What programs we can develop? Error-free programs we can develop. Right. Do you know freeware meaning? What is the freeware meaning? Downloading the software freely. Python is open source licensed software. Do you know how many distributions are there in Python? How many can you name some of them? JPython, MicroPython, Anaconda Python, Ruthon, like that. Are you following me? Right. Now next let us go for the next property called what? Dynamic typed programming language. All of you write down subheading dynamically typed programming language. Dear friends, try to listen very carefully here. See, I will start Python environment also. In previous sessions, I already told you how to download the Python software. Remember that? Right. So in my system, already Python software was installed it. That is, I just want to open it. Here, Python 3.9. 3 versions of Python are there. 2 versions. Number Python 2.x, Python 3.x. Are they containing any backward compatibility? No. That 3.x is completely containing new features compared to what? 2.x. Now I am going for Python command prompt. This is open. This is an environment of our Python. If anybody missed previous 2 sessions, what is the most important? How to download the Python software is important. When my new batch will start, that one new backup for those 2 classes. Okay, nothing from today. And if you concentrate more on my content, you can follow me very well. Everybody will follow. This is called our Python environment. Now I'm asking a question. I want to display small message called hello world. Which function we used yesterday? Print function we used. So Python provides what? User friendly syntaxes are very hard. Print hello Python. So this is a message I printed here. So simple is printed. Even a LKG student can understand what exactly the statement is. Right. So let us come to the dynamically typed language in detail. In any programming language, if you take it, if you want to store the data, if you want to store the data, two things are very, very important. So I will just write what are the data types in Python. What are the data types in Python? I will just write it for your better understanding to make you understand my class very well. It's not necessary to discuss in today's same class itself. In further, I am going to discuss. Further means after 1 or 2 days, I will introduce. Number 1 is called int data type. Number 1 is called int data type. Number 2 is called float data type. Number 3 is called bool data type. Number 3 is called complex data type. People will teach what? First 3 they will teach. First 3 they will teach. Come on, listen please. Listen. Data types purpose is what? Allocating the memory space. Programming language. Data types are used for what? Allocating the memory space. Without data types, get the memory space. Without data types, we cannot get the memory space. Right. So, next after that, we are going to use some more category data type that is called str. I write it with different colors. That are comes under. Next is called what? Bytes. Next is called byte array. Byte array. Next is called what? Range. Range. This is called one more category of data types. I will write one more category of data type that is called list, and the next is called tuple. Tuple. Some other category of data type. Next I will take one more data type called dict. Next I will write a set. Next is called frozen set. Frozen set. Next I will go for one more data type called what? Dict. Dict means, see how gold medalist knowledge you have. Very good knowledge. It means dictionary. What dictionary contains? One difficult word, easy word. Difficult words are called keywords, are called values. So dict is an organizing the data in the form of what? Key comma value pair. Key comma. One more most powerful type of definition is available. Powerful kind of data type. None type data type. None type. How many data types? Data types. Not counted. 4 plus 4. 8. 8 plus 2. 10. 10 plus 2. 12. 13. 14. How many data types? Data types. Python data types. In your C++, we have seen some type of data. Those data types are completely different from this kind of data types. Dear students, all classes are called classes. What is meant by class? What is meant by object? For a few minutes, don't worry. I will give some type of awareness for you. Okay. Data type will do what? Allocate the memory space. Data types will do what? Allocates the memory space. Space is allocated. My input also can be stored. 23 is my input is stored. To retrieve from this allocated memory space, I must give some name to the created memory space. I must give some name to the created memory space. What is the name? Which is known as what? Identifier. Also known as what? Variable. I will give you separate explanation for importance of variables in Python. I am going to discuss very shortly. What I am trying to say is, in C programming, in C++ programming, in Java programming, etc. programming language, people don't know this is called what? This int in Python is called what? It is a class. I'll show you practically. But most of the people, all of them are keywords only they will say. I will show you what is the beauty of the keyword class. Int is called what? One word. What is happening there? Once you say this int, memory space is created. Memory space is created. Now I am saying immediately some variable called x. Some variable called x. Whenever x is equal to 134, that 134 space, that is 134 will be stored here containing what? The value called what? X. What is X, please? Variable. What is this one? That value. To store any value and named with what? Some name called X. This statement is known as what? Declaration. Is it contains a declaration? Come on. No. So it is going to give you what? Error. It is going to give you error. Now it is going to give you an error. Error here. That means any variable you use in these languages, you must use the data type and then variable name. Declaration is compulsory. Otherwise you will get what? Error. In which languages? C, C++, Java. That's why these programming languages are known as static typed programming languages. Spell out once more. Static typed programming languages. We call it as static typed programming languages. Tell me guys, in static typed programming languages, what is compulsory? What is compulsory? Declaration is compulsory. Without declaration, it is not possible. Are you getting? In dynamic typed programming languages, declaration is not necessary. That means you just use the variable name and place the value. Who will take the data type of that variable? Python environment will assign the data type automatically. That is known as what? Which type of programming languages? Dynamically typed programming languages. Sir, what is an example, sir? I will show you that. See, this is called Python command prompt symbol. There what I am doing, I want to do addition of two numbers. 12. A is equal to 12. Directly I am writing A is equal to 12. What is the 12 type according to our general knowledge? Integer. But am I declared anywhere else? Am I specifying the data type here? Who will specify the data type? Python environment will specify automatically. Depends on type of value you are storing. That's why Python is what language? Dynamically typed programming language. Once again I am writing B is equal to what? 22. B is what type? Come on, data type. Int type. What type? Who will assign the int type automatically? Python environment will assign the data type automatically. Next I am writing here, C is equal to what? A plus B. What is the type of C? Int type. 12 plus 22 is what? 34. What is the type of C? Int type. Who will assign the data type int automatically? So is it required to declare the variables in Python? No. Who will assign the data type automatically? Python environment. That's why Python is called which language? Good. Sir, please show me the data type of that A, B, C, sir. In order to find the data type of any variable in Python, we are using one beautiful function called type function. What is that function? Type function. Like yesterday, sqrt function. We are using what function today? Type function. What is the purpose of type function? It will give you data type of the variable. Are you following? Next I will use it. Here I am using this type. See how I am using? Very, very simple. I am using type of A. What is the type? Function. What is that A? Variable. What is that? Variable. See, I would like to introduce one small output to you. It is going to show you. See, what is the very important point I will tell you. What is this? Int. What is that? Int. But what is that int in Python? It is saying that it is called what? Class. It is called class. I want to tell you a small awareness about, sir, what is a class, sir? Because in advanced Python, in the core plus advanced Python is collectively called as Python course. In advanced Python, our first topic starts with object-oriented principles. In the object-oriented principles, first principle is called what? Class. Dear student, I want to give you a small awareness about what is class, what is object. Try to listen very carefully. You want to construct a house. You want to construct a house. First, what you will do? Come on. Plan. Plan or not? Will you go for plan or not? In that plan, they will specify dimensions, all the rule dimensions they will specify. And they will give a piece of paper for you. Yes or no? Yes. Will you live in that paper? Is it your physical house? No. What is it? It is the specification of my house, right or not? Then with the specification, you will give to some person, he will follow the specification, he will build the house in your land. Yes or no? So plan is there, plus price I am talking about. Honda people want to release some new car. Honda people want to release some new car. According to the customer satisfaction, they want to release some new car. What they will do first? 1 year before they will go for modeling or not? Yes or no, ma? Yes, they will go for modeling. Is it confidential or open secret for everybody? No, top secret. If you do open, other companies will follow, they will release everybody. They will say 2020 model BS6 engine will come very soon, they will say. But they won't release the specification. They won't release the model. Yes or no? Because so many competitors are there, Maruti people is there, Honda people is there, Hyundai people are there, so many number of Kia people are there, so many people are there. So they can't reveal that model. Once it comes to the market, everybody will see. Behind that car component, what is there? Model is there. That model is called what? Class. Model implementation is called what? Are you following me? One more example. One more example. You are there. Anything touch and feel. Anything touch and feel bottle is there. It is called what? Come on. Object. It is called a type of bottle. Type of bottle is actually called what? Class. Type of bottles are called what? Objects. Student is called what? Class. Types of students are called what? Object. Faculty is called what? Class. Type of faculties are called what? But our people will say, dog, cat, these are all called objects. It is a blunder. These are all blunder. Are you getting what I am talking? Aeroplane is class or object? Class. Types of aeroplanes are called what? Anything you see physically, that is known as what? Anything you see physically is called what? Object. Behind that object, who is there? Class for an object first. Class. With respect to class, what are we eating? Object. Last and final question I will ask you. I will go to my take. Vehicle. Vehicle is called class or object? Very good. Class. Types of vehicles. Very nice. Last question. Last to feel more satisfaction. Fruits. Very good. Types of fruits. Good. You got general awareness. But don't tell these fruits, all these things in interviews. Real-time examples are different. These are awareness examples. Okay, na? Come on to the point. For my satisfaction, you tell me, what is A? What is the type of A? What is the type of A, ma? Int. What is int? Class. What is A? Excellent. Object. What is A? A is actually called a variable. A is actually called, but A is treated as which type? Int. But int is what? Class. Then what is A? Check it out. Check it out. Go to the Python environment. A is equal to 10, ma. B is equal to 20, ma. C is equal to A plus B. See how simple to write the Python program. Print of A comma B comma C. I can print all at once. 10, 20, 30. Print now type of A. What is the type of A, please? Int. What is int? What is A then? Excellent. Now type of B is what? Int. What is int? What is B? Last and final. What is C? What is C? Object. What is the type? What type of C? What is int? Last and final. I am asking you. 12.34. Type of A. Come on, here what is the value of A? 12. Now it is changed to which type? Is it dynamically changing or not? Come on, print. What is the type of A? Float. What is float? What is A? Excellent. Now B is equal to, what is this? 2. What is the type of B? Come on. Bool. See, what is that? Bool. Some small awareness I gave you. I will explain them in detail. Some awareness. What is the type of bool? Class. What is B? Good. In Python, all variables are treated as what? Objects. Behind objects, who is there? All Python data types are what? Classes. But some of the people are saying that it is a keywords. It's a blunder. I will prove it 1 minute. See, if is called what? C language, if is called what? Keyword. If is called. Now I am writing 123. It is an error. Invalid syntax. Because while is called what? While loop. C language, while loop. What is that? Keyword is equal to 234. What is that? Invalid. What is while? Keyword. I will explain while loop, for loop, if, I will explain everything. If you don't know about that words, while and all, don't worry. In Python, I will explain. Clear or not clear, ma? Are you understanding keyword, how to prove it? Are you understanding how class and all those things? Can I move forward? Do you understand from my explanation? In Python, all variables are dash. All variables are dash. Objects. Behind object, what is there? Class. In Python, other data types are treated as what? Excellent. How many data types are there in Python? 14 data types are there. Right? Huh? Now, I am going to move forward. Do you understand what is dynamically typed programming language? Right. One more point, small point. Something like x is equal to, see, my number, and my name, my college name, and then my marks, I will write my marks. See, I am writing here true. See how many I am writing? All values I am writing. Combination of values I am writing. See, press enter key. Now print of what? X. Print of x. Now what is that? How do you find the type? Type of x, which is called list type. Spell. See, list. What is list, please? What is x, please? Object of which class? That's it. Next I will take, see, I am writing, remove these brackets. I will explain all these things in detail. Come on, I did not use any brackets. What is that? It is called a tuple. Spell out. What is the difference between list and tuple? I will explain. So print the text, print the type of x. What is that? What is tuple? What is x? Of which type? In one point of time, x was acting as what? In another point of time, same x is acting as what? So is it dynamic or static typed? Dynamically typed programming language. Is it clear or not? So now coming to the point back, now I am going to come to my things. In general, we have two types of programming languages. One is called static typed programming language. One more is called what? Dynamic typed programming languages. In static typed programming languages, it is mandatory for the programmer to compulsory declare what? Data type along with variable names. In Python programming, it is not necessary to declare the variable. Data type of the specified variable is automatically assigned by Python environment only. That's why Python is called what language? Right. A question will come in the interview point of view. Define a dynamically typed programming language. A dynamically typed programming language is one in which we need not to give the data type for the variable name. Who will assign the data type for the variable name? Python programming language environment only will assign. In static typed programming languages, it is mandatory for you to compulsory give the data type. Let's go for one thing. I will show you a small awareness for you. In Java language, I open one small point. Java. I will open. Small point I will open. Because I want to show you that also. JDK 11. Because as a faculty, I want to show you that also. JShell is like a command prompt of Python. We are having this also. JShell, something like our Python command prompt. See, directly I am saying what? Int A is equal to 10. Suppose if I write A is equal to 10, see what is the error? What is that error? Cannot find the symbol A. It is not understanding what is A. Compulsory I need to write int A is equal to 10. 10 value is there. All of a sudden I am writing 10, 12.34. A is equal to, A equal to 12.34. See that? It is what type? Incompatible types. Because you specified what type? But you are placing what type? It is not allowing. But in our Python, what is allowing? Any type of value it is allowing. So it is dynamic or static typed? Dynamically typed programming language. Are you understanding? Is it clear? Shall we write? Yes. So come on for my pointer. I will go to my things here. Write down. 1 minute. I just want to take one confirmation. Here I'm going to static typed programming language. Second, dynamic typed programming language. Dynamic typed programming language. Write down ma. All the online students are requested to note it down this. In programming languages, we have two types. They are static typed programming language. Number 2, dynamic typed programming language. Under that, you write down in static typed programming languages. In static typed programming languages. In static typed programming languages. Hello. Come here once. Do you have notes? Huh? Demo class ko se madala helipotara. Adi undala. Vele. So, in dynamic typed programming languages, static typed programming languages, it is mandatory to specify the data type of the variable. Otherwise we get compile time error. Otherwise we get what? Compile time error. Example I am saying int a comma b comma c, or I can say like c comma c++, Java, etc. So these type of people in the Amirpet are rolling like a wheel that doesn't gather any mass. Waste people don't have any common sense. Right. So C comma C++ Java are comes under what programming languages? Static typed programming languages. Coming to the next, dynamically typed programming languages. Right down. Dynamically typed programming languages. I'm writing here. In dynamically typed programming languages, it is not necessary to specify the data type of the variable. Not necessary to specify the data type of the variable. That is, I'm writing, that is Python environment. Python environment takes care about assigning the data type to the variable automatically. Assigning the variable automatically depends on type of value we place in the variable. We place in the variable. To just take one small example here. One of the example here is Python. Python is one of what language? Dynamically typed programming language. If you want one practical example, if you want to take, you can write example, practical example statement. First time you are seeing the command prompt symbol. A is equal to 10. A is equal to 10. Just to print the type of it, write down type of A. What is the output is coming? What is the output is coming, ma? Class, what is this? Int. Then should understand there, int is called what? Data type, which is treated as what? Class. What is A? Object. Write down that. Language. Write down after dynamically typed, let us go in the understanding order of the subject. Write down. Subheading you write. Interpreted programming language. Interpreted programming language. Interpreted programming language. Python is one of the interpreted programming language. Right. So what do you mean by interpreted programming language? I just want to give you ample of discussion on interpreted programming language. So let us follow. All the non-technical students try to follow very carefully. Come to some small general knowledge example here. So there are basically two words are very frequently coming. One is called compiler. One is called compiler. One more is called interpreter. Interpreter. Two words are coming very frequently. One is called what? Compiler. One more is called what? Interpreter. Two things are coming in front of you. Most of the languages, some of the languages will follow compiler based and some of the programming languages will follow what? Interpreter based. So compiler, what will happen? C language you take it. C++ you take it. Some languages you think about it. That is all comes under what? Compiler based. But when you come to Python, it is purely what? Interpreter. When you come to Java, which is both a compiler as well as what? Interpreter based programming language. Java is one of the compiler as well as interpreter based programming language. But purely Python is what? Interpreter based programming language. Interpretation is going on. Sir, what is interpretation? I will give you one small diagram I will explain. Like a flowchart diagram I will explain. Before that, you take one small general awareness. Suppose one politician come from Delhi to Hyderabad. The politician of Delhi, assume that he will speak only Hindi. He came to Hyderabad all of a sudden and he want to take one public meeting, for example. So the people who lives in Hyderabad, for example, Telangana state, they know only Telugu for a few minutes, assume. Of course, mixed people are there, but majority of the people who are speaking what? Telugu, for example. So the politician came from Delhi, he started the meeting in Hindi. Is it reaching to the end point? No. So in middle, who will be there? One translator will be there. One translator will be there. So he will, that Hindi politician will speak one line. That line he will interpret to the understanding format of the end mission. So who is the middle person? Translator, or also called interpreter. Interpreter means what? Converting statement into understandable format of other end. He is known as what? Is he converting the total meeting at once? Line by line? Line by line version is called interpretation. Total conversion is called what? Compilation. Even a layman terminology I use. Are you getting my point? Now I am going to take one paintbrush. I will take one, another screen I will take it. Another screen I will take it. See, this entire line, this entire thing is known as what? Execution environment of Python. I am saying execution steps on Python program. If anybody asks you how the Python program is executed, this you need to tell. Whenever you write the program in Python, we will be having an extension called .py. What is an extension? .py. Whenever you write the C program, extension is what? .c. Extension means some. I will write a program, some set of instructions. I will give the name to the program. For example, you see, sir, what is the name of giving the file name and all the getting it out? Suppose I did some program here. What is the program here? A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to some program I did now. Suppose I am closing now. I will close it. I will close it here. Quit. What is that? Quit. Quitting the one function. So it was stopped. It is JSL. I closed it. Now I will once again carefully observe it. We are slow program part. Now I will come to the interpret the command prompt once again. Can I get those statements again? Previously I wrote 4 statements now. Will I get back? Will I get back those statements? No. Why? Because I did not save it. I did not save it. If I save it, the program which you have written on your own is called what? Source code. Spell source code. Source code. First time you are introducing the terminology. C language source code, C++ source code, Java source code, Python source code. Who will write source code? Python programmer will write it. The source code we are submitting to in the Python program. Dear students, try to remember carefully. In the Python environment, we are directly executing the Python program. We are directly executing the Python program. Are you getting my point? In Python program, we are not compiling like other languages. We are not compiling like C program, C++ program, Java program. We are directly doing what? Executing. I will show you that. We are directly executing. During the execution, do you know internally what is happening? It is compiled. It is what? Compiled. How the compilation is done? I am writing here. Try to understand very carefully. Here, like other languages, we are having Python compiler will be there. Python compiler will be there. I am talking about the architecture of the Python language internally. Try to catch me carefully. What is this Python compiler? Don't think that the source code converted into. The Python compiler converting the source code line by line into intermediate code of our Python language. C language compiler will convert the .c into what? Intermediate code. Java compiler will convert the source code into intermediate code. Excuse me. Hello. Yesterday also you went out with and again coming back and going out and all. This is not permitted in my class. For you only I am saying. Today is the last and final. Tomorrow onwards going out and coming is not possible in my class. Okay? Keep in mind. Yesterday also you went out and you came after 20 minutes. Today also you went out. Seeing you, 2 people went out. It is not a practice in my class. Today I am seeing these activities here. Tomorrow onwards not possible. Okay? You don't mind? Don't do that. Okay. Come to the end. So Python compiler is doing what? Converting the source code into intermediate code. What is an intermediate code of Python language? It is going to get some .pyc, Python compiled version, which is containing the compiled version of Python language is called bytecode. It is called. What is that code name? Bytecode. C language compiled version is object code. Java compiled code is called what? Bytecode only. Python compiled code is called what? Bytecode. Bytecode is called what? Intermediate code of Python language. Are you getting my points? Are you getting confused? The code which is written by you is called what? Submitted to whom? Python compiler. What Python compiler is doing? Converting the source code into line into intermediate code, which is known as what? Interpretation phase. The name of the intermediate code is called what? Bytecode. What is an extension of bytecode? .p stands for Python compiled version. I will show you that also in the class. You take any student and what is an intermediate code of Python? They don't know, but Python will be completed. They don't know anything. What is the version of Python? What is an intermediate code of Python? Bytecode. What is an extension of intermediate code? .pyc. What is an extension of source code in Python? .py. Who will compile your Python program? Python compiler. Is it line by line all at once? That's why it is known as what? Interpretation in compilation. Compiler only. But how it is doing? Line by line. The interpretation. Okay. Up to that nice. Later, it is once again. See, I am going to take up once again. I'll take some time and see carefully, and this type of intermediate code you are submitting to once again for execution. For execution purpose you are going to do it. So there we are going to byte code and converted into native understanding format of OS. Native understanding format of what? OS. Format of OS. Native understanding format of OS, it's converted. What is the native understanding format of OS, ma? Zeros and ones. System understand what? Everything. Zeros and ones. What code you have written? .py. Converted into what? .pyc. Again converted into what? PVM is converted into what? Native understanding format of OS. So, coming to the point back, converted into native understanding format of OS. Are you getting my point? And finally, that native understanding code is understandable by the process, and it gives what? Gets the result. This is the internal. I will show you one program also. There is nothing to worry. Gets the result. Gets the result. See, 1 minute you observe it. 1 minute you observe it. I will do two things here. I'm saying. So finally we got the result. Now let me go to the once again the points. How many phases? This is known as which phase, ma? Execution phase. Which phase? Which is known as execution phase. This is known as what phase? What is that? Compilation phase only. How the compilation is done? Line by line, all at once, right? In execution phase, line, all at once. Here also line by line. Compilation also what? Totally is called which process? Line by line compilation, line by line interpretation. So this is known as what? Interpretation language, compiler based language. Yes. Is it understandable? Can I write program? Can I write one small Java program? Both of them I will show you. Try to understand what I am talking about. If somebody asks you, show me practically, practical knowledge is most important. Let me go to the keep it. Now I will go to my edit plus. When I come to the actual class, we will talk about IDs. PyCharm I will talk. PyCharm, already my IDs are ready. PyCharm is ready. Anaconda is ready. Spider is ready. So there it is what? Anaconda is ready. These are all called what? Jupyter notebook is also ready. Jupyter, well, it is there. Okay. So, Jupyter notebook is ready. What these are all called? IDs. Nobody will teach this. Nobody will teach. Just make it granted. See anywhere else. Finally you come to me. I will be teaching. Today, for your understanding purpose, nobody will teach, I am saying to you. Keep in mind. Now I am going for what? New. What is that? Java. In edit plus I am showing. What is that now? Test. See, class test. See how much big program. Hello, Java world. I save my Java program. It doesn't mean that you need to have the Java knowledge here. No. I'm just showing that. Save it. Save this program. Where I am saving, ma? I will save it into my special folder. In 7 AM Java. Or I will create one folder. What is the folder? Some folder name is called Java. In this folder, you will save it. What is the name of the program? Test. I will come to command prompt. In G plus test. Where I saved it 1 minute. CD Java. In that dir, it is my program. What is my program name? Test.java. It is called what? Source code. How I will compile it, you know? Java C is a tool in Java programming. There I am writing test.java. What is compilation? You see. Compiled. What is an intermediate file to contain my dot class file? What is that? Dot class file. In Python, we don't see the .pyc, but I use source code in the .pyc. Execute. It is what is because of this compilation. Now I am going to show you what? Execution. How you execute? Java test. See, I got the answer called what? Hello Java. How many steps are here? 2 steps. One is compilation, one more is execution. That is interpretation. In Python, we will directly execute only A, comma A, value of B is equal to, sum is equal to, value of B is equal to, comma B. Now I am writing sum is equal to, what I am saying now, C. Save this Python program. In this place, I'll go to place, I will create one folder. What is that? Something like a dummy folder I am creating. One dummy folder. I will save my Python program. What is my Python program? Sum. What is the dot extension by default? .py. Seema, I can give you if you want. .py. What this is known as? What guys? What this is called? Source code. Source code. Coming to the point, command prompt. One command prompt I will take g:/cd dummy is my folder name. I will explain this folder separately for you. What is my program name? What I will do? Directly I will execute my Python program. How? Python is a tool. Python is a tool. Python is a tool. Like Java, C, Java, how tools are there? Python is also one tool. Where the Python tool is available, I will show you in the library part. Sum dot what? Py. Py. I am executing the Python program. See the result. See the result. 1 minute. Py. Sum dot py. See the result. Py. Python. So I can use it. And the shortcut of Python is called what? Py. Py. What is that? Py. What is that? Sum.py. Am I getting the result or not? Am I compiling? No. Directly executing. In that execution, what is taking place? Compilation taking place plus execution taking place. Are you getting my point? Any difficulty? No. So with this, what you are understanding with this diagram? Are we compiling and executing Python program? Directly we are executing Python program. Directly we are executing Python program. In that execution, what steps are taking place? Compilation line by line, execution line by line. That's why Python is what language? Interpretation based programming language. I hope that you people got my explanation. Am I clear? Everybody? Right. So, is all online students are understanding this interpretation? Please raise the hands, those who understood. So, understood. Right, ma? Now I am to make you to understand. I am making you to write. Confusion. Don't try to get confused because I will explain once again this once again in the classroom with programmatically. So coming to the in this place, interpretation. Write down. When we execute the Python program, internally, when we execute the Python program, internally, the source code in the bracket, dot py. If you want example, I will write sum dot py. The source code example I am writing sum py is converted into compiled. I will write is compiled with line by line conversion, and this compiled version and this compiled version is called bytecode. In the bracket, example, what is that extension? PYC, .pyc. Next I am writing the intermediate code called bytecode in the bracket .pyc is read by PVM, stands for Python Virtual Machine. So during the compilation, line by line is running. During the runtime also it is going to do what? Line by line. So because of this nature, Python is exactly treated as what language? Interpreted programming language. And below to that, to supporting this concept, I will give you one small diagram. Consider the following diagram. Write down. There only, next line. Consider the following diagram, which shows execution steps of Python program. So there you have to understand one important point. When we execute the program, internally compiled and executed. Are you getting that point, everybody? When we execute the program, internally compiled as well as executed. Write down this diagram. Take this diagram very carefully. Compilation line by line, execution also line by line. Yes, ma, Sukumar, Sai Kumar Reddy. I will explain this command prompt operating system. That is, I will explain that. Sai Kumar Reddy, I will explain in the program. Nothing to worry today. I will explain in the program. Still there is a programmatic. Don't worry. What is command prompt? How to go to command prompt? All those things I explain. Nothing to worry at this moment. So any confusion in this? Yes, ma, Python. So one of the online asking how to install Python. Go to www.python.org. There will be downloads option is there. You will get Python 3.9. Click on that 3.9. It will be downloaded in fraction of seconds. The downloaded EXL, you double click on that. It will ask you install. And there is one checkbox will add to the path. You go on clicking next, it will be installed successfully. Yes, ma. Regarding this, what we call the recordings, Radha, one of the student Radha, you take that recording things you speak in the office. Regarding recordings, online students, you please speak in the office. So they will be saying the details for you. Right. Is it clear? Understandable to everybody? Right. So what is an extension of program? .py contains source code. Submitted to whom? Compiler, internal. Which is going to convert into what code? Byte code. What is an extension of byte code? .pyc. That .pyc full form is what? Python compiled version. Python compiled format. What is the compiled format of Python program? Byte code. Who will read byte code? PVM. What is a PVM full form? Yes, ma. We know that. If it is already installed, you download and then go for what? Modify. That modify. Right. Satya. So you are saying that, okay, how to register it? To speak in the office, they will go for telling you the registration details. We know if it is installed already, you go for modify option, it will be means Python compiled code. Yes, ma. Gunwant. PYC means Python compiled code. Yes, full form. Right. So this we will discuss tomorrow class. Platform independent we will discuss tomorrow class. Are you okay? So today's class, dynamically typed programming language Python. Python is static typed. Dynamically typed. What of dynamically typed? Data type is decided by the Python environment. That's why it is known as what language? Dynamically typed programming language. Okay? Python is compiled language or interpreted language? Are you compiling the program separately or executing? Directly executing. In the direct execution, what are the things happening? Compilation will be done. Execution will be done. This is a point of dynamically typed and tomorrow class when I come back, I will go for what? Platform independent. Tomorrow, sharp 4 o'clock class will start. Sharp 4 o'clock. Not 4, 5, 4:15, not Indian times will follow. Sharp. I never come late to my class in my 23 years of experience. I never go late to my class. Morning 7 I will start my class. 6 sharp 7 o'clock I will come to the class. Don't think that sir will come late and we will also go late and all. So especially my